Yay, 1, 2, 3, fuck, let's go. Kingdom Hearts, let's go. We were gonna get started on the episode and Lee went 1, 2, 3, fuck! So, we're having a little fun. Anyway, we got some food. We got a little bit of stuff going. She wants to murder some dudes.
It might help me wake up more.
Yeah.
I am so tired right now.
We're gonna talk about the murders. Anyway, no, this isn't Persona. But we were talking about potentially doing a revisit of Final Fantasy X. I know it was a couple years ago, but again, we were talking about it and like, you know, we didn't do all the side content and whatever, and I didn't like do everything I could have done in 10 too because, you know, I just didn't want to do it because I was focused. Oh shit!
We're gonna have to do battle Leon and Yuffie.
Oh. But yes, so we put it as an idea, like way later in the future. Is like, hey, maybe do Final Fantasy X as a co-project. Because I've already done a playthrough of it, know what we're to be in for, but it'd be cool. So not immediately, no, but maybe sometime way down the line. Revisiting Final Fantasy X is always a good thing. Because Final Fantasy X is great, and don't let anybody tell you different.
Yeah, Final Fantasy X is an amazing game.
Like some guy, Lord Nick, the stream he was playing. Oh,
well, it's been a really long time since I've played it.
Oh, that would be a good reason to revisit it then. But yeah, I didn't do most of the side content. If I did, it was like an episode of it. But it was like
only one.
Mostly the Blitzball stuff. I didn't do any of the race one.
Bad Strife.
But yeah, I was watching Little Nick go out. He was playing Final Fantasy 1 and finishing up. And I put in we started talking about, I hadn't played, 5, because I've played it. He was like, I never played 5. What's that like? And I'm like, oh, no, that's cool. And then obviously got to 6 and 10, and I was like, because I recently said I like 10 more than 6 now. And he's like, oh, man, don't be one of the... It was some guy in his chat who was like doing voice chat with him. And I'm like, oh, man. I'm not getting this. I'm done. I left. Because imagine it, because a lot of people like 6, just like 10. And I'm just like, no, I recognize that 10 is just a better experience overall. I'm not getting into this.
I can say without a doubt that I never felt bored by the story of Final Fantasy X.
That's what his sticking point was, and that's why I left, because he said, the combat was great, but the story was dumb, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
The story was amazing.
That's the best part of 10. I'm like, what?
Every fucking time. Every goddamn time that I have actually sat and tried to get into the story of Final Fantasy VI, I get bogged down and I fall asleep.
And again, it's not even like that's what I wanted to avoid. Was you love 6, great. I'm splitting hairs.
Whatever. If you love 6, that's great, but don't look down on me for liking 10.
Yeah, I'm like, who likes 10? That's like
I'm not gonna look down on you for liking an absolutely bullshit game.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy X is like the second most popular and best-selling other than 7, so it's like, what the fuck? I don't know.
I recognize that there's people out there who think that 6 is like the best Final Fantasy game ever made. I'm not one of those people, but I'm not gonna look down on you for your opinion. I'm just gonna...
So what you're saying is you want to join me when I do Final Fantasy 6 Pixel Remaster?
Strife.
I'm kidding. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I get it.
But again, it's like, but yeah, if we do 10, it'll be fun. Like, hey, she wasn't here for the first one. We had thought it was, co-producing idea. Because it's not co-streaming, it's co-hosting.
Yes, co-hosting. There you go.
Yeah,
I
Yay, words are fun. But yeah, it'd be one of those things to do Final Fantasy X and 10 2 because we enjoy it and because it would be a revisit, you know. Because we could do it on a stream, but it's not the same thing. The reason I like YouTube is that it's a passive sort of thing, and I get bogged down on streams.
Come on!
Because people are talking, because you're talking about it to other people.
Yeah.
It is tough to engage the game on a critical level and on a focus that I think, you know, the way we're doing this, we're focusing on Kingdom Hearts, but we're still talking to each other, but we're not, like, talking to each other and 5 to 10 or 100 other people trying to get their thoughts in, you know? So that's why I've always kind of preferred YouTube.
Oh my god.
Thunder!
And this guy wants to set us on fire. But yeah, so yeah, that's another thing we could do. You know, obviously we want to get new games in first. But again, if people want to, you know, watch the original Final Fantasy X playthrough, that's great. If you want to see a revisit of the Final Fantasy X playthrough with us, you know, together, feel free, because that'd be something that we both agree would be a cool idea.
Yep.
What's also cool is this.
What you want to do is get kind of like get Yuffie out of the way first.
Yeah, she's just gonna throw shit at
Come on! Come on!
Okay, just
you. There we go. Something tells me you're overpowered.
It's over!
Thunder!
Get this!
Come on!
It's
Yeah,
over!
these battles are taking.
Come on!
Thankfully. Well, I'm also playing on baby mode.
I mean, that's fun. It's easier that way.
Leon, what the fuck?
I've got Cloud Sword. You can't touch me.
No way. I can lose.
Or maybe he can. And that's it. So, hooray.
Took me, what, 7 minutes to beat that tournament?
We're the champs!
Where'd that confetti come from?
Ooh, I learned Strike Raid. Yay.
That was great. Looks like Phil trained another great hero.
Is strength the most important part of a hero? What you really need is a strong heart. What makes a strong heart? If you have to ask, you're not a hero yet. Stop talking in riddles. It's not a riddle.
See you next time, Phil.
Alright.
Try not to get stuck in some doorways.
You're funny.
But, cool. Colosseum is done. On to the next world, I think.
Okay, that's not a save point we can get to the dummy ship from.
Boo.
I have to go this way.
No, not walking. Not gonna lie, walking outside in this environment with the wildfires is actually a recipe for disaster for most people, so I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that lightly.
So, morphing here. And then... going to the select world. And choosing this.
Alright.
We should be able to get through without monsters swallowing us this time.
Okay.
Because it doesn't happen every time. Sometimes you can go through there, and monster will be gone. And the only reason that the special gummies, the little special ones are good, is because what they do is they refill both your armor and your shield and your power at the same time. Like they refill all of it instead of you having to look for specific power or armor buffs. You just get one of these specials and it refills everything.
Cool. You know, this is an odd question, but were you a Sega or an S or a Nintendo growing up?
Nintendo.
Same. I like Sega, but there was only so many games for it. Just an odd question. Kill me time. All the fun RPGs were on this system, dude. Even back then, when I knew a lot of stuff was like old school platforming, I was like, there's still some good RPGs on here.
Mm-hmm.
Or Secret of Mana. I'm never gonna give that up.
Never gonna give you up.
Oh my god, I just got Rick rolled. Wouldn't be the first time. Nope. Please, no.
Oh, if he swallows me, then I can just leave.
Oh, okay. Well, we're back, and it's as ugly as ever. But yes, I think Nintendo was better. I mean, Sega had some good stuff, and I've definitely, like, even not scratched the surface of stuff. Because there was cool stuff like Mutant League Football, Road Rash, Phantasy Star. I'm gonna do Phantasy Star 4 at some point. You know, any other game, I'm gonna do Phantasy Star 4. But yeah, by and large, Nintendo was just a stronger platform. I think Genesis had a better sound to it if you wanted a more like grungy and like, I don't know how to describe it. Like grungy is just if you like a darker sound to music. Uh-oh.
Yep, here we are.
Speaking of dark.
Okay, guys, prepare for landing.
Oh, whoops.
Land where? In the sea? We'll drown. Not with my magic, we won't. Just leave it to me.
Well, it had to happen.
Yeah, it did. Look at Donald.
He's like,
Come
I
on,
hate this so
Sebastian.
much."
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
No, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right, Flounder?
I don't know. There's something weird about them.
What do you mean?
They do seem a little different. Where are you from?
We're from kind of far away. And we're not really used to these waters.
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
Ariel! King Triton will not like this!
Oh, don't worry.
Easy for you to say. Okay. time to learn to sleep properly. I'm gonna turn him into Elmer Fudd. Just watch.
Basically, the controls are kind of like flying the
Oh.
gummy ship, I guess. Left stick to
Except-
swim around, circle to rise, square to dive. Okay, it's a little bit different than the gummy ship.
Oh. Practice swimming with Flounder. Try and tag him. Begin! Yay, the sooner this is over, the sooner we can leave. Yeah.
Hang on a
At least-
second.
At least we get under the sea.
Okay,
Hey, Ray. We probably wouldn't need to edit that. It's not that bad.
yeah.
Yeah. Unlike this level.
Ugh. Okay, so
I'm sorry, but anyone who likes Atlantica, strange. But if you like water levels, that's fine. But water levels in video games are just always awkward.
where did the little shit go?
Ugh.
Oh, he's down there. Now where is he?
Flounder's having too much fun making this. Oh, I got a funny story about some Legos after this when we get an opening.
Good job. Now let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Eh? Class is over. Good luck.
Well. Oh, you putzes. But anyway, funny story. Lego was releasing the movie tie-in stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh. I'm waiting if there's going to be a cutscene or not. But yeah, they were releasing the Lego tie-in movie stuff, and they got to the Royal Clamshell, the big giant set. Sebastian had no eyes. It was just a crab.
Oh.
This tiny, just tiny little less crap. I didn't even know it until somebody like a month later noticed it. I'm like, wow.
Okay, I think that's Ariel.
Yeah.
Those creatures chased us here.
Oh no! The monsters might be heading for the palace too!
We better get back right away. That's Flounder.
Yeah, what if we run into more on our way back?
I'm sorry, but we need your help. Please come to the palace with us. The trident markers on the walls point the way there. We won't get lost as long as we follow them. Let's get going.
Cool.
Donald can sit this one out.
Yeah. But, but
You know
yeah.
what? I keep saying that. Let's have Goofy sit this one out.
For once, yeah. But yeah, it was just funny. Like, it's a big, like, 2,000 piece set. It's like the king's royal clamshell, right? But it's like you get to Sebastian and it's just like a tiny little crab. No special eyes, no signifier that this is Sebastian other than it's on the box. And I was just laughing because I didn't even notice it for a month. But yeah, the movie came out and haven't seen it. But
Which
did you watch
movie?
Little Mermaid? The remake.
No.
What about the OG?
I've seen the OG so many times.
I remember watching the Nostalgia Critic thing when the remake was coming out. That's again, I think I started with Disney around Aladdin. So this was the movie. No,
Little Mermaid
Beauty
came
and
out
the
in like 1989, I think.
Yeah, so Beauty and the Beast would have been after that, and then Aladdin.
Beauty and the Beast came out in 1990 or 93.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I think it was like.
I
the
actually
Rescue or
saw it in the movie theater.
something. God, that was so cool.
It was awesome. Not gonna lie, I'm sitting there like barely 13 or 14 years old and I was crying. It was awesome.
I think the thing that's striking to me, especially because, again, I hadn't seen it, was just the... I remember the story the guy was telling while I was watching the rundown of it was Ariel was like supposed to be blonde at first.
Yeah, they made her when they were first doing concept art for Ariel. She was blonde.
I don't think that would have worked so well.
Well, they decided against it because there was actually a movie in the 80s called Splash, starring this actress named Daryl Hannah, which anybody who has seen Kill Bill knows who Daryl Hannah is. She played the crazy chick who tried to kill the bride at the hospital. The one with the eye patch.
Oh. God, it's been forever since I watched Kill Bill.
Well,
I remember the scene in the with the dudes with the swords and they're just killing the shit out of them.
Daryl Hannah was actually a pretty big actress back in the 80s. She was really pretty.
So they were trying to mimic her when they were
Well,
making
not
Ariel.
necessarily. They were afraid that people would think they were. That's why Ariel is not blonde. Because she did this movie in the 80s called Splash, which was basically she played a mermaid and Tom Hanks played the guy that she fell in love with.
Oh yeah.
And it was
I get it.
actually it was a slightly funny movie. John Candy was in it too.
Oh damn, that is a good cast.
John Candy played Tom Hanks's brother.
How does that work?
I don't know, but basically, the brother was the kind of perv kid who would drop change on the ground and then use the excuse of picking it up to look under women's skirts.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could see maybe Dan Aykroyd passing as Tom Hanks' brother, but not John Candy. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, it is good casting though. John Candy, I'm not gonna lie. Funny.
John Candy? Holy shit.
I watched Uncle Buck when my dad was. I think we were in a hotel and I just saw it. And it was like, dude, you gotta see this.
Did you know that technically Uncle Buck is not the only movie that John Candy was in with Macaulay Culkin?
It wasn't.
Nope. They didn't have any scenes together in the movie, but John Candy was in Home Alone.
I would not have guessed that. It must have been a cameo. I must have missed it.
The polka band on their way to Milwaukee that gave the mother the ride.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, he tells this story about how he left his kid at a funeral parlor once to try to make her feel better, and it surely backfired. She did not feel better.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
He's like,
Um,
she's like, but tell me, have you ever gone on vacation and left your child home? And he's like, no, but I did leave one at a funeral parlor once. And then he's like, you know, after a couple of weeks, he started talking to us again. You know, kids are resilient like that. Oh my god, and she really did not feel better.
well, no, and it's Catherine O'Hara, so you know she just has a look in her face like, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
It was awesome though. Because he's such a... John Candy, I swear in that movie he was such a dork, but he was so well-meaning about it.
Yeah,
It was great.
But yeah, getting back to Ariel, like, I don't think it would have worked as any of those. You just see it and you're just like, the red and the green just pop off the screen so well. And it's like the animation, because that had to be like such a crazy ass challenge to animate.
Uh-huh.
You know, because this was way before
Not
they
to
had
mention, you know, her hair was different too, because they had to do all this stuff with her hair, with the underwater animation of her hair.
Yeah. And that's like the hardest
Everyone's
part.
hair, like everyone's hair in the water was moving. Plus, you know, Ariel had 6 sisters.
Oh. Well, I suppose once you get one system down, you get the rest, but...
Okay, where's the next trident marker? Here we go. Go
Yay.
this way.
And then, of course, you get Ursula, who just pops off the screen. Disney gets villains right. When we talked about Clayton being really kind of just, bleh, you know, but...
Dude, you don't even want
God,
to know who they based Ursula on.
I might have remembered him talking about it, but I forget who it was.
They based Ursula on this drag queen actor named Divine.
Oh, God! Oh, dear, I can see it now, knowing what Ursula is looking like, I can totally see it.
Dude, seriously, Google this guy. Google this guy sometime. He was in this... Okay, do you remember John Travolta doing this remake of a movie called Hairspray?
I know he was in it.
Well, okay, John Travolta was the main character's mother in Hairspray. So, in the original Hairspray, which starred Ricky Lake as the main character... Oh, look at it!
What? Oh, it's the... I was looking up Divine. Holy shit, you were right. Yeah, that is totally an Ursula. The things you learn. Here! Please helping me learn things that I never knew.
We grew up with this stuff. Think of how traumatizing my childhood was.
I mean, the fact that you turned out who you are is testament to... Yay! Please, awesome!
I'm surprisingly well adjusted considering how effed up my childhood was.
Yes, we will be. Anyway,
What
that
was
game
I saying?
about...
I was saying something about something.
Hairspray.
Okay, so
It was
Hairspray was a movie about, it actually turned into like a social commentary on segregation in the 60s. But it was one of the most ridiculous movies you'll ever see. And it starred Ricky Lake as the main character. And Divine played her mother. Also, Divine played the head of a dancing show that the main character got cast on. You know those shows like American Bandstand and stuff where they had people play, they had artists perform live songs and they had teenagers dancing in the studio. You know, things like that. Well, that was what this show was. It was a show where, you know, it was teenagers just dancing to all the popular dances. Like, the mashed potato and, you know, all the other things. You know, all the popular new dances that were coming out. And this girl, her name was Tracy. It's not the thinnest girl in school, and she managed to get herself cast on this show because she was really good at all these dances. Oh, excuse me. That turned out to be... That was one of the weirdest movies I think I ever saw when I was a kid. She was in another one with Johnny Depp called Crybaby. That's one of those movies that you do just because you're starving in Hollywood and shape your child. Believe me, that was not the best Johnny Depp movie in the world. And that's the only reason I saw it, was because he was in it.
That sounds like an early Depp movie.
Very early. I mean, this was like...
I forget, was he in Gilbert Grape, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Oh, he was in Gilbert Grape.
Okay, yeah, because that was DiCaprio's first movie.
It was... He played DiCaprio's older brother.
Yeah, that's how it's
And his name is Gilbert Grape.
God, remember when talking about Johnny Depp was fun?
Johnny Depp is still awesome. What are you talking about?
I know, it's just a shame. Why did stupid celebrity bullshit have to get in the way of fun? You can't be Johnny Depp and Jack Sparrow anymore. It's such a shame.
Yeah, he can. I think they actually... Disney hired him back. I think they're working on another movie.
I mean, that would be good. I mean, again, I think we talked about it. We said the first two were great.
The first two were great. I don't think they need any more Pirates of the Caribbean.
No.
I don't think we need to keep having this poor man dress up like a drunk pirate.
Unless he wants to do that on his off hours.
Although, you know, the whole the drunk act is actually Johnny Depp's idea.
Well, yeah, he based it off of Keith Richards, which is an awesome idea.
One of his friends.
Speaking of people who survived somehow, I think I told you a joke once, a Jackbox joke, where we were the tagline was the two people who would survive the end of the world, and I was like, oh, Ozzy Osbourne, no, like Keith Richards. So obviously, Ozzy Osbourne, Keith Richards. And I was just like, well, we can't fucking decide. It was just such a perfect, like, well, that happened. But again, I do think the thing, like,
Oh, that's what I'm getting re-examined.
and I do really like Depp, and I don't think, not all the time. The Lone Ranger I didn't watch.
It was okay.
There's not so much of his shtick. If he gets to be like himself, you know, or a little more subtle, you forget that it's like, oh shit, he has a good presence to him. Like, I saw him in like these weird cologne commercials. I forget what they're for. It's like, just in his off time, it was like cologne commercials, right? And it's just like, I forget his voice is that freaking deep, but that like, suave, because he's always doing the Jack Sparrow thing, you know. But then of course he gets to deal with the J.K. Rowling stuff and Fantastic Beasts, but whatever.
That last movie really sucked without him in it.
Yeah. Wasn't that the one where they basically just made it a Dumbledore movie?
Yeah. They heavily made that one into more of a Dumbledore movie because they didn't have a good presence to be Grindelwald.
Well, I mean, I thought they grabbed Mads Mikkelsen, I think, but I'm not sure. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but after you've had Johnny Depp be him in one movie, there's no substitution.
No. Oh, and this is Ariel's...
Yeah, this is Ariel's little secret place.
Yay!
Her collection. All of her.
Oh
human-
yeah, cause yeah, all of her, yeah, like you said, all the human stuff.
Uh-huh. I love how
like all my human stuff?
I love
I
how
totally-
when Sebastian finds this place, she's like, it's just my collection.
Yeah, totally not. Like, and you heard of that like Winnie the Pooh horror movie, right?
No.
Oh god, they took the IP and made a horror movie with Winnie the Pooh as a killer bear.
Jeez. God.
Imagine Ariel in one of those movies, and you open this, and it's just a bunch of pictures of like the prince that she's never met. Because that's totally what a horror movie would do. This was his shirt that fell overboard that one time. Oh no, I didn't say that. Moving on.
Ariel actually wouldn't do that. I mean, she got that statue was because Flounder found a way to get it in there. He was he just wanted to surprise her with something that he thought she'd like. Especially since he saw her reaction to that prince.
Ooh, there we go. Now this looks impressive. And I will give Kingdom Hearts this. The series is colorful.
You know,
Color
honestly,
scheme.
swimming isn't that bad once you get used to it.
Yeah. I think it's the same way in like Majora's Mask. Like that was also the same. Like they had to redo it for the remaster, but water levels are just awkward because
They
it is a
kinda
change
are.
game. But if you get used to it, it's fine.
Oh, I hate that thing. Just sit still and let me hit you.
Yeah. Big green ball.
I totally did not mean that in a dominatrix way.
Speaking of dominatrix, hitting it might open it. Yay! Look, it popped out.
Oh yeah, I'm totally going Lady Dom on these people's asses.
Oh, if you
Not
want
even in the
hilarious
least.
dominatrix stuff, we should play the Yakuza game.
Oh
I know
my-
I played 8 or 7, but Yakuza 0 has this like mini game where Kiryu teaches this
Dude.
lady how to be a dominatrix to this dude, and it's just like, oh,
Dude, if you want a game with dominatrix content and you don't realize it's there unless you're like really an adult and know what that shit is, GTA 3.
oh, I can see that.
There's actually a part in GTA 3 where you take they're supposed to give a ride to this chick named Maria, who's the girlfriend of one of the Dons that you work for. And she tells this guy that you and her are dating. He gets mad and puts a hit out on both of you. So you guys have to escape that part of town for a little while. And what she does is she goes running to her ex from the Yakuza.
Oof.
Who turns out to be this chick named Asuka. She says Asuka, but you know, in Japanese it's more like Asuka.
Yeah.
So every time you come to get a job from this lady, Maria is in this position where she's like either sitting down or she's tied up or whatever, and at one point she's like, come on, like I really have to go. Let me up.
Daddy?
And
Oh,
it's like,
Ariel,
you don't
when
realize it,
this
but
isn't
she's getting
dangerous out there.
she's getting punished.
Strange creatures lurk outside.
Like if you're a naive little thing like I was,
Behold,
I did not
you
understand what was
stand
going
before
on.
the ruler of the seas.
And
His
now looking back
Majesty,
at it and I'm like,
King
holy fuck, that's
Triton.
what was going on.
And who are they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
They don't look familiar.
We're from an ocean very far away.
Yup, we came to find the keyhole.
The what?
What's that?
Well, it's a...
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
But Daddy...
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear? Perhaps I'm being too strict. I'm just concerned for her safety.
Of course, Your Majesty. But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Just as you suspected, Your Majesty, they seem to be coming from Ursula's grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
That poor crab is going to end up soft-boiled from all the pressure.
What's the crab version of pissing himself?
I am surprised we did not see a shit ton of little bubbles coming out of that shell. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, that guy is. Hey, I got big powers. I do big bad stuff. Yeah.
Come to my grotto. I want to show you something. There it is, see?
Okay.
Don't worry, the dolphin's friendly.
Yeah.
Look at all the wonderful things Flounder and I have collected. I think it's all from the outside world. Someday, I'm going to see what's out there. I want to see other worlds. Does that sound strange?
No, not at all. I used to feel the same way.
Used to.
I mean, I still do.
Hey, why don't we try looking for that keyhole you were talking about?
But your father said...
Oh, he treats me like a little girl. He never wants to let me do anything. He just doesn't understand.
Seeing where we're at right now, 43 minutes.
Yeah, I can just do this.
All right. But we made it to the sea. And we're going to keep going further under the sea next time.